Hi guys, good morning. My name is Mr. Dan San Ordinario. I'll be your instructor for physical sciences for grade 12 Humes. Sa Brooks Point Christian High School. So, our topic for today is lesson 3 under the physical sciences subject. The origin of the elements found on Earth. Yan. So, ano ba yung mga elements found on Earth daw? Elements. So, sino gusto recite? Mangkat. Oh, grabe. Na ako na coronavirus. Anyway.
Bago pa lang sa
Sige, thank you. Anyway, so, discussing the physical sciences, what is it for you guys? Ano daw yung meaning ng physical science para sa atin? Physical science. Yan. Ano daw yung physical science? So, dito nakalagay sa ating book. The physical sciences concern with the study of inanimate natural objects, including physics, chemistry, astronomy, and related subjects. So, sa Palawan State University, ang discuss ko dun ay environmental science. So, physical sciences and environmental sciences are two different sciences, but in a way, they collaborate, They, kumbaga, they are integrated with each other. So, makikita natin that science is a systematized body of knowledge based on facts and observations. So that is the elementary meaning of sciences. It's a systematized body of knowledge based on facts at saka observation. Kita niyo ba? Yan. Anyway, so as we proceed, let us first identify what are the elements found on Earth. Pero saan ba to galing tong mga elements na to? Any theory that is supporting this quest on looking for elements is the Big Bang Theory. Ito daw ang Big Bang Theory na to. This is the opposite of what we believe, What we believe is actually tayo ay create ng Diyos. Sabi niya, let there be light, let there be humans, let there be plants and animals. So tayo ay na-create, Well, in sciences, naghahanap sila ng ways on how to prove things. Ayaw naman nila maniwala lang sa nakasulat. So, basically, they come up to the idea about the Big Bang Theory. So, ano ba tong Big Bang Theory na to? Eto na. So, syempre, makaka-next slide na tayo. Eto natin, next slide. Jarad! Ayaw mag-next slide, Jess. Wait lang, ha? Pa-next slide niya, Ma'am Jess, ha? Yun. Ito, may assistant ako. From Jess. Try natin. But, guys! Tayo mag-next slide. Ganun lang. Okay, kaya ko na ito. Yan. So, yung next slide natin is the Big Bang Theory. Okay. Ano daw ba itong origin ng Big Bang? Ayan. What is the origin of the elements found on Earth? Yan. So the Big Bang Theory explained. So basahin natin. If you have your books with you, open it in page 14 or the lesson 3, 12, 13, 14. The origin of elements. The origin of all the naturally occurring elements fall into two phases, the Big Bang nucleosynthesis or the primordial nucleosynthesis. So, meron daw tayong, two theories or phases pala. Big Bang nucleosynthesis and primordial nucleosynthesis that produce the light elements and stellar nucleosynthesis that produce the heavier elements. Now, if you would ask me, Sir, ba't napakalayo naman ito sa aming gustong marating sa buhay? I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a successful business person or anything. Tapos, ang iyong pinag-aaralan ngayon, you are under the Hume's strand of the academic track. Ngayon, ano yung purpose? Bakit kailangan pag-aralan pa natin itong Big Bang Theory? Of course, we need to know the basics so as we can come up to the things that we need to focus on later on our studies, ano? So kapag ikaw ay nag-college na tapos you don't know anything about the Big Bang Theory, or if you're going to be a lawyer someday under the Hume's strand, di ba? Hume's strand. Nako, you need to know the basics, ano? If you look at the stars and you don't know anything about the stars, it's very apparent that you didn't learn anything from your high school, okay? So, meaning we need to go through the basics so as we can go up in the next level of our studies. So our studies is a process of learning, ano? Learning is a lifelong process, as they say it. And if you stop breathing, you stop learning. So lesson 3 is all about the origin of the elements found on Earth, ano? So if you're looking at the periodic table and you come up with you encounter AU. What's AU? That's aurum. Aurum is the Latin word for gold. Okay? Kaya tinawag na AU. So ngayon, let us be interested about the things that surrounds us. Ano? So, the abundance of chemical elements in the universe is dominated by what? Ano daw yung pinaka-abundant element? When we say element, what do we mean by element? So, check natin na. So, elements. Yan. Jaran! Sabi dito, an element is a part or aspect of something abstract, especially one that is essential or characteristic. Each of one of the 100 substances that cannot be chemically interconverted or broken down into simpler substances. Okay, so basically, element is pure, ano? A part or an aspect of part of an abstract, especially one that is essential. Sabi dito pangalawa, sabi niya dito, each element is distinguished by its atomic number. Yun ay sa periodic table natin. If you are familiar with your periodic tables, so dito natin makikita yung mga elements found on Earth and other places in the universe. So, how many elements? Sige. So, check natin. So, para sure tayo dito, the elements found in the periodic table stored in atomic number. How many elements daw, according to, our guy right here, 118 elements daw, meron daw tayo. Malay mo, may na-discover kanina, so 119 na yun. So, basically, the most abundant element in the universe, we're not just talking about the Earth itself, ano? We are talking about the universe. When we say the universe, the most abundant element in the universe is the hydrogen. Okay? Hydrogen, is it a liquid? Is a liquid, a solid, or a gas? Of course. It's a gas. Okay? Hydrogen is not a liquid not until hydrogen is combined with tawag nito, oxygen. When you combine oxygen and hydrogen, it will be forming water, okay, or the liquid form. Okay, later on we will discuss ano ba yung mga states of matter. Meron tayong 3 basic states of matter, 4, and then 5th. Okay. Ngayon, hydrogen, it is the dominant or the most abundant chemical element in the universe, and helium produced by the Big Bang. Okay. Ito nakikita nyo sa screen nyo ngayon. So, beginning, the Big Bang Theory explained. So, according to the scientists, if nothing starts, kung wala nag-umpisa nito, walang mangyayaring life on Earth. So, they are looking for something or looking for reasons paano nagkaroon ng buhay. Kasi nga, hindi sila maniwala sa Bible na let there be light, tsaka let there be humans. Di ba, Ma'am Jessa? Let there be humans on Earth, di ba? Kapag ang Diyos nagsabi, let there be light, of course, the light will come in. The light will be created. Pero for physicists, when they say, let there be light, sa Panginoon, let there be light, and there was light. Pero sa kanila, they are looking for answers. Paano pag sinabi ng physicist, let there be light? Sabi ng physicist, let there be light. And sasabihin ng physicist, meron siyang computation for that. Anong computation ng light daw? Ano ang computation ng light? 4-dimensional divergence of second-rank tensor equals 0 equals light. Yan. Diba? Tuto kayo sa akin. So, paano magkaroon ng light? Try natin yan. Ito ang kadiliman. Let there be light. The 4-dimensional divergence of second-rank anti-symmetric second-rank tensor equals 0. And there was light. Yeah. Anyway, so, yan. So, in this chapter, hydrogen constitutes of 74% of matter in the universe, while helium makes up of 24%. Are you familiar with helium? Helium is actually a gas element as well. So, saan part siya ng periodic table? Left part or right part? Of course, nasaan? Saan ba mga noble gases? Nasa right part. If you're looking at the periodic table, I assume, okay, check natin dito kay paring Google. So, periodic table. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so nakalagay dito helium. Okay, tama. Helium is on the right part. That's number 2. What's the number 1 element? Of course, that's the hydrogen. Kaya pala siya number 1 kasi siya ang pinaka-abundant sa universe. Yes. Pero, if it is a gas, bakit na siya na left part siya? That I do not know yet. Okay. So yung helium is under the noble gases, okay? Under the noble gases siya. So, number 2. So, sino daw ang pinaka-abundant element or an abundant matter on Earth? Of course, it is the hydrogen. Constitutes of 74% of matter in the universe. And 24% goes to helium gas or the tawag nito. Yeah, that's a number 2. Number 2 element of our periodic table. Yeah. Ano daw yung number 3? Wala na number 3. Ang number 3 dito, the remaining elements making up only 2% of the universe were largely produced in processes during the formation, evolution, and death of the stars. Wow. So let us discuss about the stars. If it is nighttime and you study astronomy, what does astronomy mean? Astronomy is the study of the night sky. Okay? Astronomy is the study of the night sky. Meaning you cannot study the stars in the day sky. Hindi ka matututo sa astronomy kapag laging umaga. It needs to be dark so as the stars can shine, right? Pero, speaking of the star itself, the sun is actually a star. So, the sun is actually a star that shines in our solar system. When we say solar system, it is our own, it's a accumulation of planets. Yung mga planets na to nagpapalibot sa isang star. So, if you're looking at the night sky, gabi, tapos brown out, nakita nyo na napakadilim ng paligid, tapos you're looking at the night sky, makikita nyo yung mga stars. So, maraming stars. So, doon sa mga stars na yun, ganito listen closely. Doon sa mga stars na yun, merong sarili-sarili silang planet na nakasurround sa kanila. Now you know. Now you know. So, basically, every star that you are looking at night is actually surrounding by its own planetary system. Okay? Meron siyang mga sarili-sariling planet. And the reason why itong mga planets na to ay na-create it's because the star or our sun, meron tayong sariling star. Ang pangalan natin sa sarili nating star ay sun. So, nakapalibot sa kanya dito yung Mercury, Mars, Venus, Earth, etc. Okay? By the way, etc. is not a planet. So, I mean, other planets. Okay. So, dito pa sa chapter 1. So what is the most abundant? That's hydrogen. Number 2 is helium. Later on, we will tackle out. Ito palang hydrogen. Ito yung kino-convert ng ating sun to give us energy. Wow. No? So, yung hydrogen, it is being converted. It is being consumed by our sun. Yeah, I think so. To become heavier elements. Okay, when we talk about when we say helium and hydrogen, those are gases, those are gases. But to produce heavier elements like iron, later on makita natin dito, pakita natin sa inyo. Yan, no? So if you're looking at the left part of figure, yung iron ash, sa pinakadulo yan siya. Okay? Sa pinakadulo. So, kailangan mo muna i-consume ang star ang hydrogen. So, if you are looking at your books right now of your physical science lesson 3, page 15 na tayo, lesson 3, what is the origin of elements upon Earth? Formation of elements minutes after the Big Bang. So, minutes after the Big Bang, ano daw yung nangyari? Ano ba tong Big Bang? Imagine a bomb o ano matawag? Triangle. Ano yung paputok, Bert? Libintador. Yeah, libintador. Yeah. Ano yung matawag doon? 5 star. 5 stars. Yun. Bawal. Super lolo, super lola. Yeah, goodbye Philippines. Yun, nakapaputok mo ba kayo ng goodbye Philippines? Wala pa. Okay? Meaning, itong mga examples ng paputok na ito nung early days, mga 1900s. Joke. Hindi. Etong mga 5 star na ito, pag pinaputok, sobrang sakit sa tenga, lalo na yung mga goodbye Philippines. So, the Big Bang Theory. Okay, theory, educated guess. Meaning, a theory is an educated guess. You're not just guessing. It's not just your opinion, but it is an educated opinion. Educated guess. Okay, that is the theory. Now, Big Bang Theory daw, pagsabog, bam! Ganun. Pagsabog ganun, minutes or seconds after it, may mga na-form na elements dito sa ating universe. Okay, we gaze at the stars and look around us and we wonder how all of the matter came to be. Paano ba ito nangyari itong matter na to? The evidence says that numerous scientists have gathered indicate around 13.7 billion years ago, the universe, which at the time was a very small point, extremely hot and extremely dense, started to expand and eventually referred to the Big Bang. From the point that matter and energy were inseparable, within 1 second of the Big Bang follows succession of events took place. Okay, so maganda na tayo commercial. So this is from PAF. Mayroon tayo. Morning guys. So ano daw yung nangyari after the Big Bang? The universe expanded rapidly and cooled in the process. So paano daw nagko-cool? Ang Big Bang theory natin, napaka-hot nito, This is scorchingly hot, extremely hot, unimaginably hot. Okay, ang dami ko na. Ano tawag din, Ma'am Zaira? Adjectives? Wow. Matter and energy decoupled and became separate entities. Now, matter and energy. These are two different things, Matter and energy. They separate, okay? Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Tama ba, Ma'am Zaira? Tama, okay. Anything that occupies space. If you occupy a space in her heart, wow. If you occupy a space in some place, you are actually considered matter. Tama? Okay. Now, paano kung wala kang mass, wala kang timbang sa puso niya? Oh, shock it. Paano? Paano kung wala kang timbang? You are not considered matter at all. Now, give me an idea or an example of something that occupies space but does not have a mass. Ano yung something na nag-occupy space but doesn't has a mass. Ano daw yun? An idea. It occupies space in your brain, right? For example, a memory in your flash drive. It occupies space, isn't it? Yes. Does it have a mass? No. The flash drive is still that weight, It's still the same mass. Pero even if it occupies 1 gig, it doesn't have a mass at all, right? That is one idea, or that is one example of occupying space and it doesn't have a mass. So literally, it's just an unimaginable space, that you are taking up, that you took. So basically, idea is not considered a matter. So it doesn't matter. Diba? Well, according to the laws of physics, matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So matter and energy decoupled and became separate entities on the first few minutes or first seconds that took place on the Big Bang Theory. A period of rapid exponential expansion took place, followed by the formation of large numbers of quarks, electrons, and other particles. Okay, ano naman ang example ng quarks? Ano daw yung quarks? So, tatanong natin si parang Google, what is a quark? A quark meaning, quark. It's a type of elementary particle and a fundamental constituent of matter. Quarks combine to form composite particles called hadrons, and most stable, and which are protons and neutrons, the components of atomic nuclei. So, may naintindihan kaya? Of course, wala. So, a quark is a type of elementary particle, a fundamental constituent of matter. So, part siya ng matter. Ngayon, baka naboboring na kayo dito sa ating first slide na hindi pa rin umalis. So, punta tayo sa second slide. Wait lang. It's not until after 3 minutes, when the temperature of the universe had gone down to billion degrees, that protons and neutrons are able to combine, to stay together, to form nuclei, and the simplest elements, hydrogens, helium, and lithium. Okay. Now, a trivia, Bakit tinawag ng mga Greek na heliocentered? Diba? Sabi namin, geocentered meaning the Earth is the center of the universe according to Ptolemy. Wala siyang apelido. Kagaya ni Glock 9. Wala siyang apelido. Diba? Ptolemy is one of the Egyptians na nagsabi, Earth is the center of the universe according to astronomy book. Earth is the center daw. Pero, hindi naman center ang Earth ng universe. Ano daw ang center? The sun itself. Of course, hindi na universe. The planetary system natin, solar system. The center of the universe is according to scientists, ang center daw ng universe, a black hole. Chismis na yun. Anyway, so the center of our solar system is our sun, our own star named the sun. Okay? So, heliocentered meaning the sun is the center, not the earth. Geocentric meaning the earth is the center. So, the earth is surrounding or revolving around the sun. Well, actually, malakas yung gravitational force ng sun. Dapat nalaglag na tayo dun sa kanya. Diba? Pero dahil sobrang bilis ng spinning movement ng earth, we are spinning at around 1,000 kilometers per hour. Diba? And how much time do we need to revolve or to surround, to circulate, to circumference the sun? It will need us 365 days. Kaya pala isang taon? Yes. Ngayon, ang buwan naman, umiikot naman sa Earth. Ngayon, gaano kaya katagal umikot ang moon sa Earth? Ang 1 day sa moon, kapag magstay ka dun sa moon, 1 day mo lang dun 1 month na yun sa Earth. Kaya pala tinawag na isang buwan? OMG! Now you know. Okay? So, 1 day sa moon is 30 days sa Earth. Yun. So, naalala niyo yung Goku, magpapalakas ka, di ba? Ilang oras mo lang dun, napakatagal na sa Earth. Ganun din yun. Kung gusto mo ng napakatagal na 1 day, pumunta ka ng moon, okay? So, 1 day sa moon, 30 days sa Earth. How much time do we need to circumference the sun? 365 days. Okay. So, formation of nuclei elements. So, ano ba yung mga na-form ng mga elements? Few seconds after the Big Bang. Number 1, hydrogen. Number 2, helium. Okay. So, proceed na tayo dito sa next page natin, page 16, ano? Sorry. Ayan. Yan. Baba natin yung camera ko. Formation of heavier elements in stars. Corny kasi ng clicker ko. Ayaw na. Wait lang guys. 1 second. Guys. Ayaw niya. Kaya mo naman Jess. Ang corny niya. So, yeah. Formation of the heavier elements in stars. So if you're looking at the figure like the ball ng crystal, pero it's actually, yeah, ano bang kulay ito? Dilaw? Gold. So sa outer part ng sun, okay, we're looking at the sun, ano? An example sun. So the outer part is the non-burning hydrogen. Hydrogen fusion, helium fusion. What do we mean by fusion? Okay, let's ask the guy right next to me. Sino to? Pangalan niya? Si Larry Page. Larry Page. Siya yung may-ari ng Google. Ano nga yung tatanap natin? Fusion. Okay, ano yung meaning of fusion? In science, fusion is the process of merging atoms together to create energy. Ayun. So, atoms combining together to create energy. Okay, don't get me wrong, ano? Matter and energy are two separate entities, ano? Ano ba itong energy? Matter, when you eat something, for example, you eat fried chicken or you eat, rice, you know? Is rice and fried chicken, are those two are an example of matter? Of course, it occupies space and they have mass, diba? So those two are an example of a matter. When you digest matter, it will be converted into what? Energy, of course. You will be converting your food into energy. And what does energy does? Okay. Ano daw ginagawa ng energy? Energy can actually produce work. Okay? Ano naman yung definition ng work? Anong simplest definition ng work? Work is the work. Ano yung work? Work. Okay, work. So, sabi dito in work and science. And what is work? The work done is a system of constant force and the product of component of force in the direction of motion times the distance through which the force acts. Okay, for example, kinuha mo yung isang bagay. Okay, for example, this is my clicker. Okay. Tapos kinuha mo ganyan. Nilipat mo dito. That is actually a work. And it uses energy. To produce work, you need to burn energy. Okay? So that is an example of work. Ngayon, ano ba pinag-usapan natin dito? Fusion. Okay? Fusion is the combination of two atoms to produce energy. So non-burning hydrogen, hydrogen fusion, helium fusion, carbon fusion, oxygen fusion, neon fusion, magnesium, silicon, and lastly, iron fusion. So, nabanggit dito sa ating book, ano? The nuclei within a mass number greater than 7 did not survive. So, this is because there are no stable nuclei. Yeah. Yun. The abundance of light elements and calculated, so page 17 tayo. The abundance of light elements as calculated from the rates of reactions are in close agreement with observation, thus leading support the process mentioned that led to the formation of light elements. What do we mean by light elements? Is it a form of light? No. Light meaning magaan. Okay? Formation of heavier elements in stars. Okay? As the universe continued to expand after the Big Bang, matter that was initially uniformly distributed began to form lumps. Some of the clumped together and became beginnings of galaxy. Ano? Yeah. Tuloy natin guys yung ating discussion. Wow, number 2 pa tayo. yan yung mga next natin. Ano? Check out the link that we will be posting by Ma'am Jessa doon sa ating Google Classroom. And we'll continue to video too kasi masyado naman bigat to. We'll be posting this video on YouTube. Of course, subscribe our channel so you'll be keep updated and just like and subscribe. Charot.